today's video...
Cries free,
You have so many times to
cries
take
free,
me,
cries
man.
free, cries free, cries.
My name's Ragtag, the greatest gutter tier gamer on the face of this earth, and today I got hard stuck in bronze, I kid you not. Season 13 brought with it many changes to Apex Legends, the addition of our mighty hero Newcastle and the carcass of the beast, but most importantly, changes to the ranked system that mean if you get hungry for combat early on and lose, you leak ranked points, but even more than that, getting eliminations early game award little to no points, so survival is now the name of the game. And all this knowledge would have really helped me if I bothered to read the patch notes before playing for this video, so before the ranked climb I had to work out how to play the new legend, and in the process, something incredible okay, it didn't. I was as garbage as ever. Well done, teammate. Good knock. Another assist. Are you kidding me? Open the door, open the door, open the door, open the door! Well done, teammates. We prevailed with honor, dignity, and...
Help me, please.
Oh, how did that happen? What are you doing down there, dear chap? Rise and return to the fray! Sliding down the hill, I realized that our position had been revealed, which meant that our enemies were sniffing around the very death boxes we had just created. You think your puny grenades can break through my barrier? I am Nuka! You know what? Two grenades might actually do it. Caustic was once again floored, but Pathfinder had cleared the ash. Then as I pulled the big man to his feet, Path dealt with Valkyrie, leaving only the Bloodhound and a punch from Newcastle that would change everything. Yeah, that was the punch. Okay, this looks bad and you might wonder why I would upload this game, but that's what this channel is about. It's about comebacks, and I was about to have mine for when my teammate pinged me a purple body armor. A care package dropped a devastating volt which would turn this game around, especially if we happened upon, say, an unsuspecting team trying to gobble up all the loot in the IMC armory. We took a victory lap around the island on a trident, and as we approached the waterfalls, spotted activity. We're enemies. Stop typing, you they're right here, good Robo-Man. Attack! The sibling finisher moment was almost completely ruined by a bunch of leaves and the triple take. Maybe dumping down my ultimate was excessive force here, but as I apparently struggled to win my 1v1s, I'll take all the help I can get. Go fight! You guys have impeccable timing, but sure, your will, my hands. The ring pushed us north to the bunny slope as round 2 closed, but even though we reached the safety of the next zone in plenty of time, we weren't the only ones with a sense of punctuality. As I pulled Pathfinder to his feet, another team licked their metaphorical lips and came to finish us off, which is the exact moment when my teammates and I had an unspoken disagreement about how to fight this battle. I wanted to remain outside Sears Crystal Maze, and my teammates preferred look, I don't know what they were doing. They took a building each, so I charged the field, alright? Who would have thought that all three of us splitting up would end in disaster? But I was suitably warmed up now and ready to brave the trials of Ranked. What could possibly go wrong? 2 TTVs in my team, one a master, the other a diamond. An easy win was coming my way, or so I thought, because with the new system, bronze was full of high rank players, and landing into Cascade Falls with all those red arrows around us meant that we were taking a huge risk for very little reward. And speaking of risk, I rolled the dice on the 4 supply bins. Bangalore was in trouble. I went to back up my teammate, but it wasn't as simple as we thought it would be. Despite him asking me to perform uncivilized acts on his attacker, I was being stalked myself. Wraith escaped. I had no shields. Bangalore was lost and Valkyrie was in trouble. I had to help before our whole team was destroyed. Enemies still here, but Bangalore's banner was timing out. We only had seconds to retrieve our squad mate, but my direct path was interrupted by getting shot in the back.
Baby, go take me, man. What the f, man? Like, you guys are.
Shut up, dude.
Care.
What are you crying
Shut
about?
the f up, and then you.
What are you crying? Cry's free.
You have so many times to take me,
Cry's free. Cry's free. Cry's free.
Oh, little.
Getting in the middle of 2 TTVs was not on my agenda for the day. Besides, with Bangalore timed out, I couldn't see this lasting long. But neither would Valkyrie, as a new team pushed and pushed hard.
Get out. I can ult.
Busters visiting this area.
Up to me, I can ult. I'll hold down here. Down here.
This quadrant. Alert 5, ready to scorch for burn.
Come on.
Burn is go.
Good job, dude. Nice. The clutch ultimate of being blasted into the stratosphere filled us both with the euphoria that only such a timely escape can provide, and my teammate expressed his gratitude for my revival. We were now friends. Incoming fire prompted a question from my new buddy.
Do you want to play it slow?
And fight we did, and by fight I mean the enemies rushed us with the fury of a pack of ravenous wolves. It looked like these lobbies were anything but bronze. I didn't belong here. Nice.
GG's, dude. GG's. Well played.
Good sportsmanship from Valkyrie, but my ego was about to be bruised from seeing the sickening moment. I'd been kicked out of Bronze 2 into Bronze 3. My previous season instincts were still hardwired for early battle, and I tried to take us into the eye of the Stormcatcher, but fortunately for me, my teammate had a better idea. A cheeky landing above command center? Very well.
This way.
Yes, y'all.
Yeah, let's go down, boys.
Let's go down. It's so deep. I'm scared. Oh my god.
Perhaps he's been playing Fortnite recently because I died to fall damage in that game more than enemy players.
Newcastle.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know if my teammates noticed, but there was more than just a Wraith here. I got you, boys.
At the boss.
Question: what happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? They stand and stare awkwardly at each other for what seems like an eternity before the unstoppable force tells that object to move. The full team.
Zip up. Oh, very low, very low.
Oh, that's fine, that's fine.
Two very low.
One down, one down.
One knock.
Push.
There are more people somewhere. Wait. I think I have a step here.
I think there was one left, and they'll come back for the banner, maybe?
Maybe on close to the guard.
Despite our pursuit, Valkyrie evaded us, but my teammate kept hearing footsteps which we thought were the rat.
I'm hearing steps here. It's not you guys. It's not you guys.
And down they went. But it turned out there was something else in here with us, and it wasn't the pitter-patter of tiny feet. It was the calculated march of a skilled squad ready to devour us. Surely we can stop them because it's only Bronze 3, right?
Keeping you safe.
Taking fire. Opening fire.
I'm on the left.
Bust the shield.
Alright.
The shield. Reloading.
Blood hand cracked.
Try to place safe orange.
Orange? Okay, Apple.
Orange, fall back to us.
Falling back to the fruit bowl wasn't an option. That would be a death trap.
Getting chased.
Finishing me.
Behind. I can't.
Next up is why taking directions from teammates can be more like following Google Maps when you've got no internet.
Close to your left.
Huh?
Behind you. What?
Which way did he go?
Late time, Newcastle. Try to get the cards.
The cards? Yeah, don't you worry, my friends. I'll try to get your cards. But the problem with sending me into a high-stakes, no-limit poker game means I'm going all in with the strategy of any two will do, because the only thing I know is I'm not running away from combat.
Nice try.
Sorry, guys.
It's my bad.
Well, I just learned a couple of things here. One, solo queue is a lot harder than ever before, and two, I had to learn to stop pushing W and start playing competitive Apex like there was more on the line than how many limbs can I secure by dropping hot. Now, there was a true distinction between public games and ranked, and I wasn't sure if I liked it yet, but at least now I was Bronze 2, so the climb would be much easier than...
What a noob uninstall.
Safe to say I had learned my lesson from dropping into other teams. You know what? Some habits are harder to break than others, but I had a secret weapon in my repertoire, and it wasn't hiding in those supply bins. But my enemies would soon feel its sting. And my secret weapon? A brand new finisher. Well, that sucked. The fun police arrived. But Mad Maggie to the rescue as I was returned to my feet with hope in my heart that this game would be different. As we gathered our strength, we heard the remnants of a battle closing, and despite me wanting to play it somewhat safe, I did the dumbest thing that you can possibly do when you've got the high ground. I gave it away for free. Question, would you ever use your ultimate to avoid climbing back to the high ground? I know I would. 11 squads left, 3 eliminations with 2 assists and only 9 RP to my name? This was a bit of a shock, but part of the learning curve for the new system, I guess. I had mixed feelings though about this style of play. I mean, was this fun? It's Bronze 2 for goodness sake! Well, perhaps that was the point. Learn the mode as it was intended to be played. Trouble is, this meant that solo queue players were now rolling the dice more than ever. Speaking of rolling the dice, when we got to the place that I can't be bothered to look up what it's called, a large battle was about to take place, alright, and I wanted to put us right in the middle of it. It was time to assert our position as the dominant force in this fight, but that's when I realised that being in the middle wasn't necessarily a good thing because my teammates decided that they weren't going anywhere near my barricade. Okay, maybe it was a bit too far forward, but I still felt that my teammates could have used it. Or was I just too stuck in my ways of pushing without thinking I didn't know anymore, and perhaps I should just accept this is bronze and I'm a bronze forever. But then in a standoff where others calculated risks, my enemies seemed reluctant to push, giving Maggie the chance to pick up my dumb butt off the floor once again. Well, if my teammates needed assurances, I'd have to put in enough hurting until they felt confident enough to push. One down, but I needed something that would pack a punch to get us to the end game. A turbocharged devotion ought to do the trick.
Looks like we're ahead of the game.
7 squads left. I was finally getting a nice chunk of RP and started our pilgrimage towards the sandy beach like looking place. I'll start learning the places in Storm Point that I never bothered to visit before. Right, okay, right, anyway, we found combat near a large bridge and the sound of a Kraber. Well, that's what Newcastle's rotatable shield is for, to stop the... You know what? If anyone needs me, I'll be under the bridge. Once I was convinced that my teammates had distracted enemies across the way, I made my move. Wasn't enough, and then, like all true Apex Legends games, we got third-partied. Both teammates down, but the golden backpack would give Maggie a decent shot at a comeback. Now we had to get fused before it was too late. Come on, Maggie, stop getting lasered and buy me some time to get fused back into the fight, will you? And that's what happens when you hold hands in a corner. Death comes to you with a swift fury, but the GGs resounded around the battlefield and Bronze 2 became Bronze 1. Ah yes, Bronze 1, such an easy climb, and now I'd plucked up the courage to land in Stormcatcher, seeing how I'd lost the will to live. I mean, overcome every challenge thrown my way, so it didn't matter if enemies contested this attractive landing zone, we'd be ready for them. But what I wasn't ready for was the blinding rage building within me as an enemy caustic sought to terrorize my soul. Squads left, 3 eliminations. This was going well. Wait, minus 21 RP in Bronze? Oh man, I'm not used to this new system, but while it might feel like a complete waste of time, every caustic that you delete is another corrected imbalance in this universe. And so we ran, and ran, and ran, until we reached Cascade Falls, where I heard a mighty battle taking place nearby. But instead of my teammates charging in like warriors, they charged instead to the crafter and ignored their chance at glory. Well, in times like these, there's only one thing you can do: motivate them. I had a great plan. The ring was closing and we had an opportunity to get in front of our enemies to squeeze them outside the zone. A plan that ended up with me being alone and surrounded because my squad mates had a better idea. Stand and watch before going around the safer way to the next zone. Well, I made it, but as the ring closed, part of the original plan was still in play. Bit of a standoff with that team across the way, but once the ring threatened to close again, our opponents found themselves under fire. The best time for us to capitalise, but of course, our decision making as a squad was absolutely useless.
We must go here. Taking a moment. No, I will join you.
Let's say you're 1 HP, your bloodhound is about to get thirsted, you can save them, but at great cost. What do? You save yourself, of course, and say good luck, Godspeed, and sayonara, bloodhound. I will avenge you. My Russian is a little bit rusty, but I think he's saying thank you very much, my friend. Just 2 squads left and the ever-burning ring was at our backs, but so were the other 2 teams. Good news was that we got to the next zone first and waited for our enemies like the no-good scoundrels that we are, and yes, we stalked them while they popped their heat shields and then decided to put them out of their misery. Now to destroy that last team.
Stay behind this protector. 4. Watch it down. That's right. Everybody station to the ring.
Well, that escalated quickly, but with precision timing and lots of running around, finding absolutely no one, getting to end games is apparently the way to unstick yourself from bronze. Only took me 2 days to get to silver 4, by the way. It might take a week to get to gold, a month to get to plat, a year to get to diamond, and a decade to get to masters, and then a century to get